UPSC is the toughest exam in India. Will I be able to clear it? How many attempts will it take for me to clear it? कितना पढ़ना होता है? Should I start with class 6th NCRPs? कहाँ से बुक्स लूँ और कौन सी बुक्स लूँ? I can't come to Delhi. क्या मेरा चांस UPSC क्लियर करने का कम हो जाएगा? गाइडेंस के लिए there is no one in my house. I'm the first one preparing for UPSC, but I have zero idea कहाँ से शुरू करूँ. सिलेबस के अंदर भी क्या टॉपिक्स हैं, कहाँ से पढ़ने हैं, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. ऑप्शनल को रैंक मेकर बोला जाता है. नहीं समझ आ रहा क्या ऑप्शनल लो. इतनी बड़ी लिस्ट है. समबडी प्लीज हेल्प मी.
शांत हो जा आओ मेरे साथ।
यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन में ऐसे सवाल मन में आते ही है। I'll respond to all your concerns one by one.
These are the questions that every UPSC aspirant once in a lifetime goes through. अगर आप भी UPSC की तैयारी कर रहे हो, because I was also once an aspirant, I understand how troublesome it gets in our head. So many resources, so many toppers, so many videos online, and उसके बीच में हमारे अपनी personality, because everybody is unique. The way I understand something, you might not understand in the same way. इसीलिए अगर 1000 टॉपर्स हैं तो 1000 डिफरेंट स्ट्रैटेजीज हैं. बट डोंट वरी, टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अवे योर फियर of UPSC preparation. Don't think that UPSC being the toughest exam in India, it means कि आप उसको clear नहीं कर सकते. It is a very strategic exam which requires very strategic framework of mind. It requires discipline and consistency and a very strategic timetable. ये exam आपसे smart work मांगता है, and by the end of this video, you will be in a position to confidently say कि मैं ready हूँ इस exam की तैयारी करने के लिए. Let's start with solving all your questions that you have in your mind very simply, very calmly, and with poise. First of all, let us start with a ground check, the reality check. Approximately every year, 13 to 15 lakh students, they fill the form for UPSC preparation. Abhi recently, for 2026 attempt, the forms were out in the month of February 2026, and a lot of students filled the form. But now here you have to understand 13 to 15 lakh students filling the form does not mean that this same amount of students are going to actually sit for the exam. हम सबको पता है that in the UPSC exam we have 3 stages: prelims, mains and interview. In the prelims stage, 50 to 60% of those who have actually filled the form, they appear for prelims. तो यानी कि 50% छटनी हो गई, 50% got filtered out because they were not ready to face the exam. Then approximately 14 to 15,000 qualify for the mains examination, and final vacancies somewhere around 1000 से 1200 के बीच में रहती हैं. That means clearly you can see competition ratio is very high. 0.1% to 0.2% students actually make it to the final list, actually become a civil servant. This is the ground reality. That means you are qualifying, you are trying to compete with these seats. ये जो seats है आप इनके साथ compete कर रहे हो. Your actual competition, the actual number of students who are actually serious about becoming a civil servant. This is not a position college level exam. This is not a school level exam. You have to first clear your mind with respect to that. कि हाँ 2 महीने पहले 3 महीने पहले पढ़ा और तैयारी हो गई और हम एग्जाम दे देंगे, क्लियर हो जाएगा. Just like we used to do in college and school. You have to first break this myth in your head. This is not a college level exam. You have to be sincere for at least 1 year, 1.5 year. आपको होना ही पड़ेगा. But कैसे वो मैं बताऊंगी, don't worry. I also deal with human psychology. I understand what your mind goes through in the next 1.5 to 1 year ka period when you're preparing for India's toughest exam. This is why it is India's toughest exam. Now let us understand the format and pattern of this exam, because if you understand what this exam actually is, only then you'll be in a position to deal with it. जब पता ही नहीं है क्या है exam तो कैसे deal करोगे, right? Very simple format. We have 3 stages in this exam. What are those 3 stages? We have the preliminary stage, then we have the mains stage, and then we have the interview round. उसके बाद अपने पास interview round हो जाता है. Basically it is to test your personality, how you present yourself, how confident you are, how analytical you are in your speech, in the way you conduct yourself, how you can take on pressure. ये आपका physically interview exam में interview के side phase में check किया जाता है. Because how you write, how well you articulate your thoughts on paper, that can be tested in the mains पार्ट, बट आप वेल स्पोकन हो या नहीं, वेल रेड हो या नहीं, वो किसी से मिलकर ही समझ आता है ना. दैट इज वाई इंटरव्यू स्टेज इज रेलिवेंट. ओके. When we look at the preliminary stage, we have two papers over here in preliminary stage. We have paper 1, which is GS paper, General Studies. This paper basically deals with history as a subject. It deals with geography. It deals with Indian polity. It deals with economics. It deals with environment. And it deals with science. दैट इज जर्नल स्टडीज, जर्नल इंफॉर्मेशन, जर्नल जो आपने स्कूल लेवल पे पढ़ा है वही इसमें पूछा जाता है. प्लस वी हैव करंट अफेयर्स ओवर हियर. एंड देन वी हैव पेपर 2. पेपर 2 में क्या आता है? पेपर 2 इज रादर एनालिटिकल. इट इज नोन एज सीसैट पेपर. इट टेस्ट्स योर मेंटल एबिलिटी. मेंटल एबिलिटी किसी की कैसे टेस्ट की जा सकती है? हाउ कैन यू टेस्ट समवन्स मेंटल एबिलिटी? थ्रू द वे ही और शी कैन आर्टिकुलेट, कैलकुलेट, एनालाइज, infer. So you will be given reading comprehension passages जो आप स्कूल लेवल पे भी सॉल्व करते थे. You will be given some mathematical problems to solve just to check your analytical ability or mental ability. Okay, because if you ask me why they are needed to understand a person's power to analyze things, to break things and find solution. Because as a civil servant you will be doing this exact same thing, right? तो आपको आपके देश दुनिया की जानकारी होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज जीएस पेपर टेस्ट that awareness, that you are aware about where you are living. And CSAT paper will test how well articulated and solution oriented person you are. That is why these two papers are created, and these papers are objective in nature. That means prelim stage is MCQ based. Objective in nature, MCQ based stage. Paper 1 there will be 100 questions, 2 marks each. That means 200 marks. पेपर 2 80 क्वेश्चंस, अगेन 200 मार्क्स. क्वेश्चंस कम होंगे बट 200 नंबर का होगा पेपर. ठीक है. सीसैट पेपर इज ऑल्सो नोन एज क्वालिफाइंग पेपर, विच मीन्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you don't have to score all 80 out of 80 questions. You don't have to mark them all correctly. You just have to make sure कि you achieve at least 67 plus marks in this paper, CSAT paper. Negative marking is there. You have to be careful about it. That is why I said you don't have to solve all the questions. Negative marking है तो बच के solve करना है. And 67 plus score करना है. Ideally 100 के range में अगर आप marks यहाँ पर ले आओ तो आपका बढ़िया भला हो जाएगा. Right? Why? Because if you clear CSAT paper, then only your paper 1 will be opened up and tested. तभी आपका paper 1 test होगा. ठीक है. And the cutoff is made up on the basis of GS paper. तो CSAT निकालना बहुत जरूरी है. इवन इफ यू आर क्रॉसिंग द कट ऑफ इन GS पेपर बट यू आर नॉट क्वालिफाइंग CSAT, आपका पेपर GS का चेक ही नहीं होगा. सो इन ऑर्डर टू एंटर इनटू द मेंस एरिना यू हैव टू मेक श्योर फर्स्ट CSAT पेपर इज क्लियर्ड एंड सेकंड कट ऑफ के रेंज में आप आ रहे हो. ठीक है. कट ऑफ तो एवरी ईयर UPSC रिलीजेस. यू कैन सी एज पर योर कैटेगरी इन विच ब्रैकेट ऑफ कट ऑफ यू लाई इनटू. ओके. सो नाउ इफ योर पेपर 1 इज completed, prelims आपका हो गया, मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट में यू हैव टू गिव GS पेपर, इन द इवनिंग शिफ्ट यू विल गिव योर CSAT पेपर. ओके. 2 hours आपको दिए जाते हैं दोनों के लिए, और एक ही दिन में दोनों पेपर होते हैं. इन द सेम डे यू हैव टू गिव बोथ द पेपर्स. डोंट वरी हाउ टू स्टडी हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, पॉलिटी, इको, एनवायरमेंट, साइंस, बुक लिस्ट सब पढ़ेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी ऑल ऑफ दैट. डोंट वरी. बट फर्स्ट लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द एग्जाम. Now, once you clear prelims, you will step into mains. Prelims होता है आपका May end में. Generally, it happens in May end, and in September you have your mains. Okay. Now, when we talk about mains, the time period between prelims and mains is not to start mains preparation. It is for revision. ये आपका time period revision का होगा. 80 to 90 days will be given to you to revise for mains, and then you have to appear for mains. That means 1 year before prelims only you have to start both your pre and mains preparation. So if you're starting preparing for UPSC, let's say from next week, you have to start in a manner that you cover both prelims and mains together. And almost syllabus is almost same. It becomes easy. Mains basically is subjective paper. It is subjective. How it is subjective? I'll show you. Look at this question paper. Subjective means questions are given. You have to write answers. 10 marks, 15 marks questions will be given to you, and you have to write the answer, generate the answer on spot. ओके. वहां पर आपको ऑप्शंस नहीं दिए होंगे, ऑप्शन A, ऑप्शन B, ऑप्शन C, ऑप्शन D. नो. और सब्जेक्टिव नहीं है, ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है, सब्जेक्टिव है. ओके. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज सेड मेन स्टेज इज द इट कैन मेक यू और इट कैन ब्रेक यू. एंड आपको पता है रैंक फाइनल भी मेन से ही निकल कर आती है, राइट? प्रीलिम्स तो क्वालिफाइंग स्टेज है. So in the main stage, how many papers do you have? In main stage, you have first your paper A and paper B, which will be language based papers. एक English paper होगा, एक आपकी regional language होगी. Then and again, these are qualifying in nature. Just like CSAT, if you want other papers to be checked, you have to qualify paper A and paper B. Then you have the essay paper. There will be total 8 essays which will be given, and you have to write essays, only any 2 essays. Out of the 8, there will be 2 sections in essay paper. Section A, 4 essays. Section B, 4 essays. You have to pick 1 essay from each section. यानी कि total 2 ही essay लिखने हैं in 3 hours. And then, the topic of essays, they are from current affairs also, they are from philosophy also, they are from spirituality also. So that tests how well you read you are. आप कितना ज़्यादा सोचने की क्षमता रखते हो. तो if you are an overthinker like me, essay paper will be the easiest paper for you. Trust me on that. Okay? But even if you are a well-read person, this paper will be very easy. अब how to be a well-read person? You read different books apart from your syllabus. You read Hindu newspaper or Indian Express newspaper. Specifically, you read the editorials. This will change how you think. Okay? It will expand your thinking. Then we have GS paper 1. GS paper 1 basically deals with subjects like history. It deals with geography. It deals with society. Okay, so these are the subjects that your GS paper 1 deals with. Then आपका आ जाता है GS paper 2. GS paper 2 deals with polity. Then we have here international relations. Then we have over here social justice. Then we have over here governance. Polity and governance go hand in hand. And then we have over here schemes and welfare schemes and acts, etc. ये सब आ जाता है आपका GS paper 2 में. Then we have GS paper 3. GS paper 3 deals with economy. It deals with science and tech. It deals with environment and ecology. Deals with disaster management, and it deals with internal security. That is GS paper 3. And then we have the ethics paper. Ethics paper, which is GS paper 4. Ethics, integrity and aptitude. That is GS paper 4. And then we have optional paper. And optional may we have it is divided into 2 parts. You have to select any one optional of your choice from the list of optionals given by UPSC. And then here in the optional paper we have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 theoretical होता है, थोड़ा सा practical problem solving approach paper 2 में होती है. Any one subject you have to pick. Okay, that is optional. And यहाँ पर 250 marks each होते हैं optional में. That means total 500 marks, which means optional basically helps you decide your rank. If you want कि मुझे IAS ही चाहिए, IPS ही चाहिए, आपको अपने मन का ऑप्शनल ही चाहिए, तो समझ लो, सॉरी, आपको आपके मन की पोजीशन चाहिए, ऑप्शनल वो आपको दिलवाने में हेल्प कर सकती है. सो प्लीज डू नॉट टेक ऑप्शनल लाइटली. विल डील विद ऑप्शनल ऑल्सो, हाउ टू सिलेक्ट इट, डोंट वरी. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. दैट इज मेंस. ये आपका मेंस हो गया. 250 मार्क्स ईच, all the papers, and they include current affairs as well. तो इसमें भी current affairs added है. That means you should know about what is going on. For example, over here, this is GS paper 2. Discuss nature of Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly after J&K Reorganization Act 2019. So current affair is important. You should know about this act. तभी only then you will be able to answer this question. Okay, point clear? Now, interview stage. Once you clear mains, you go into the interview stage. When we go into the interview stage, that is purely based on how honest you are. If you don't know any answer that the question, board member is asking, just say, sorry sir, I don't know about it, but I'll get, go back and read about it. मुझे नहीं पता, but मैं इसके बारे में पढ़ूंगा जरूर, जानूंगा जरूर. So be as honest as you can in the interview stage. Just be yourself. Okay? So that is the फॉर्मेट ऑफ द एग्जाम. ये है प्रॉपर आपका एग्जाम इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. ठीक है, क्लियर हो गया. अब समझते हैं, आगे जाते हैं. बिकॉज इन ऑल दीज स्टेजेस द काइंड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन विच इज रिक्वायर्ड इज डिफरेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, प्रीलिम्स इज MCQ बेस्ड. यू कैन नॉट treat it just like mains. Then you must be wondering, ma'am, how are you able to say that both prelims and mains have to be prepared together? ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? I'm going to help you understand that as well. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर जाते हैं. And now let us understand how prelims and mains have to be studied together. When we talk about prelims and main stage, ये आपका prelims है, ये आपका mains है. there are certain differences which you need to know. For example, in prelims we have subject history, but in prelims world history is not asked. World history आपसे पूछी ही नहीं जाती है. But in mains, the same subject history has world history. That means when you study world history, you have to make sure that you do not study it from the perspective of MCQ. Do not start solving MCQs on world history because prelims में MCQs आएंगे नहीं. World history है नहीं prelims में. In history, in world history, in prelims, we have just ancient, medieval history and modern history. In mains, we have ancient, medieval, modern and world history. Okay. एंशिएंट मिडिवल मॉडर्न में भी पूरे दुनिया की हिस्ट्री नहीं पढ़नी, इंडिया की हिस्ट्री पढ़नी है इन एंशिएंट मिडिवल एंड मॉडर्न. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर. देन इफ यू लुक एट नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट, वी हैव एथिक्स इन मेंस. एथिक्स इज नॉट देयर इन प्रीलिम्स. वी हैव एसे इन मेंस. एसे इज नॉट देयर इन प्रीलिम्स. बाकी all the other subjects are similar in both the exam. We have disaster management in mains. We don't have it in prelims. We have internal security in mains. We don't have it in prelims specifically. Okay, so this is how you have to first differentiate. Now when you start studying, let's say polity आप पढ़ने लगते हो, तो you have to study polity from two angles, prelims angle and mains angle. How to do that? For prelims, when you are reading a chapter, let's say you picked up class 11th Indian polity book, Indian Constitution at Work, आपने ये book उठाई से. You pick up this particular book and you start reading the first chapter. When you read the first chapter, after reading the first chapter, see what kind of questions in previous year question paper in prelims have been asked. For example, you are reading fundamental rights today. You go to the PYQs and you see in prelims previous year questions, how many questions were asked from fundamental rights? What kind of questions were asked? Am I able to solve it? Am I able to solve it? Code करने की कोशिश करो. That way you will understand that if I have understood the topic correctly or not. Then comes mains. Mains की बात आती है. In mains, previous year questions, go to previous year questions. And then आपको यहाँ पर क्या करना है, देखना है what kind of questions in the last 5 years on fundamental rights have been asked. How many questions have been asked? What kind of questions am I able to write? क्या मैं लिख सकता हूँ? That way you will be in a position to understand. आप तभी समझ पाओगे कि भाई कैसे मुझे questions के साथ deal करना है. How do I need to deal with the questions? How well I have understood a topic. This is how prelims and mains preparation have to go hand in hand. You start completing one chapter, and after completing every chapter, solve PYQs from both prelims and mains perspective. And test yourself on these 3 questions. How many questions have been asked? What kind of questions have been asked? Am I able to solve them? Solve करके देखो. Now here is the catch. To get previous year questions, you don't have to rush to Delhi, or online you don't have to, purchase any book, or you don't have to go into a mentorship program. ये सब अब पुरानी बातें हो गई हैं. अब इस सब में पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है और अपना mental balance बचाने की ज़रूरत है. कैसे करेंगे? You just have to go to Super Kalam for that. Prelims PYQs are free. Mains PYQs are free. What you have to do over here is you go to prelims section. Topic wise, you have studied Indian polity today, select Indian polity, select all years, and write. For example, you have studied fundamental rights today, select fundamental rights, click on start practice. In the last 11 years, 20 questions have been asked from fundamental right. Solve these questions. Questions ko solve karo. See, are you able to solve the question correctly or not, and move ahead. Check your accuracy percentage here. Confidence आने लगेगा. Oh, I just studied fundamental rights and my accuracy percentage is 70%, 80%. है ना? तो ऐसे सीखोगे, ऐसे आपको, and this is how you will develop the UPSC mindset. अब कोई आपको FOMO नहीं दे सकता. Now nobody will, has the guts to give you FOMO or give you anxiety or confuse you. Right? Then go to mains section. Mains के section में गए. PYQ practice पे गए. Right? When you go to mains, you go to PYQ practice again, topic wise, subject wise, year wise, all the previous year questions are given over here. सारे questions mains के section में अगर आप देखोगे यहाँ पर दिए हुए हैं. And even if you attempt the questions, you can get it evaluated instantly by Super Kalam. For example, mains PYQ में आए, paper 2 में गए, subject में we will select Indian polity, year all year, and let's say fundamental right हमको select करना है. ठीक है, fundamental rights. See, so many questions in the last 11 years on fundamental rights have. अब आपको करना चाहिए यहाँ पर. What you have to do? You attempt the question and plus model answer are also given over here. अगर आपको स्टार्टिंग में यू आर कंफ्यूज हाउ टू स्टार्ट राइटिंग, सुपर कलाम गिव्स यू द मॉडल आंसर ऑल्सो. दिस इज हाउ यू शुड स्टार्ट राइटिंग. गेट इट इवेल्युएटेड बाय सुपर कलाम. खुद से मॉडल आंसर पढ़ के फिर खुद से आंसर करो. गेट इट इवेल्युएटेड, गेट योर इंस्टेंट इवेल्युएशन, मूव अहेड. दिस इज हाउ यू डेवलप स्ट्रेंथ. इससे कॉन्फिडेंस और स्ट्रेंथ डेवलप होता है. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस टुगेदर. ऐसे स्टार्ट करना है आपको. आई होप यहाँ तक मैं आपका बहुत तक एक्सटेंट तक एंजाइटी कम कर पाई हूँ. नाउ दैट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द एग्जाम, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द पैटर्न ऑफ यूपीएससी एग्जाम. देखो ये एक वीडियो ना आपका बहुत टाइम सेव करने वाली है. वरना आई अंडरस्टैंड when we start preparing for UPSC, we end up wasting months into this strategy, that strategy video, ये crash course, वो crash course. I am saving a lot of your time, right? एक ही वीडियो में आपको पूरा UPSC का A to Z I am explaining. So now when we talk about pattern of the exam, for that we have to go through the actual question paper. Only then we'll be able to understand. देखो, first thing is very clear that UPSC basically relies on previous year questions. प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस आर रिपीटेड. ऐसे बहुत इंस्टेंसेस हुए हैं हर साल. एवरी ईयर यू विल सी एटलीस्ट 10 to 15 marks you can easily get, you can easily score if you are practicing previous year questions, because questions are repeated across all subjects heavily in modern history and polity, okay, and economy. तो यहाँ पर मैं लिख देती हूँ कि चांसेस किस में होते हैं. हिस्ट्री में होते हैं when PYQs are repeated. In polity, the previous year questions are repeated, and in economy, the previous year questions are repeated. These are the three UPSC's favorite subjects. Okay. When you look at the question paper, this is prelims 2026 question paper, pre 2025. Okay. Now here, when you see, you will see there are different kinds of questions. Abhina, recently in the last 3 to 4 years, the pattern of asking question has changed. Pattern means sentence formation, type of questions. For example, look at question number 1. With reference to investments, consider the following: bonds, hedge funds, stocks, venture capital. These are 4 types of investments. Question is, how many? The question says, I'll just highlight the question also. How many of the above are treated as alternative investment funds? Stop right here. यहीं पर ही रुक जाओ. They are not asking which. They are saying how many. That means you do not have to name anyone. इसमें से कितने alternative investment funds माने जाते हैं? Only one. So here you cannot, they are not giving the option to select second or 4 or third. वो आपसे पूछ रहे हैं. That means here you cannot apply guesswork. यहाँ गलत हो सकता है guesswork apply किया तो. Here you should have strong conceptual understanding of each of these investment options to answer this question. या आपको individually पता होना चाहिए. You should individually know what are bonds, what are stocks, what are hedge funds, what are venture capital. And only if your concepts are strong, you'll be, in a position to hit the right option over here. So first thing is, now guesswork is going down and conceptual understanding of topic is going up in UPSC's mind. अब आप इन पिन से टिपिन करके आंसर मार्क नहीं कर सकते, है ना. Second type of question you will notice over here. Consider the following statements. Now you will notice that they have given 2 statements, statement 1 and statement 2. They are asking which one of the following is correct. Read the formation of option. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. That means when you read these 2 statements, you also have to see if statement 2 is giving a correct explanation of statement 1 or not. अगेन यहाँ पर आपका रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन टेस्ट हो रहा है, प्लस योर कॉन्सेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. इवन इफ यू read it correctly, but the concept behind the statements, it is not clear in your head, still you will end up marking the incorrect answer. तो again आप देखोगे, and this is the kind of question जो बार बार repeat हो रहे हैं. How many of the above? सभी questions में majority they are testing your conceptual understanding. So if we observe a prelims pattern, अगर हम prelims का pattern observe करें, if we talk about, I'll just write it down over here, prelims, right? So prelims में now they are focusing on concept. So now when you start preparing for UPSC, make sure you are not rote learning anything. They are focusing on concept. They are not focusing on rote learning. रट्टेबाजी पे focus नहीं हो रहा है. ठीक है, they are focusing on your awareness, how well you and how correctly you read the statements or the options. Okay, and there is zero space given to guesswork. अब guesswork को zero space दिया जा रहा है. Even you can apply guesswork only when your concepts are strong. Okay, ये तो हो गई prelims की बात. What about mains? Mains का क्या कहना है अब? Let's have a look at mains 2025 question paper. In mains, you will notice that I've highlighted written static, current affair, static, current affair, static, current affair, current affair. Because I was going through GS paper 2 in mains. GS paper 2 polity का paper था ना, मैं वो देख रही थी. And I noticed on the first page there were 7 questions. Out of 7 questions, 4 out of 7 were current affair based. We move to the next page. Again, out of 7 questions, you will notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 7 were current affair based. 6, right? 4 out of 6 questions were current affair based. That means majority questions were from current affairs. If you look at the pattern, you will understand they are not directly from current affairs. Current plus static को link किया है. कैसे? Comment on the need of administrative tribunals as compared to the court system. This is a static question. आपने tribunals पढ़ा एम लक्ष्मीकांत बुक में NCERT में. अब आपसे वही comparison पूछ रहे हैं. But they are linking current affairs in the next part. Assess the impact of recent tribunal reforms. So if you are aware of what are the reforms which took place in the current affairs, then only you will be able to answer the second part of this question. So in mains also we can notice the pattern that they are linking current affair plus static. Yani ki throughout on day 1, if you think, arey, we will be dependent on current affair magazine, no, it is not going to work. You will have to read the newspaper also. ठीक है, वो भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Once you are a part of this Super Kalam's UPSC 2027 ecosystem, ठीक है, the link is given in the description box. Once you are a part of it, then trust me, you will get all the necessary help. How to read the newspaper, how to make notes, how to study polity, how to study geography and other different subjects. Everything will be given to you. Every help will be given to you under Super Kalam. Okay, now let's plan for 2027. You guys are preparing for UPSC 2027, right? और इसी की planning तो हमें करनी है. So we have understood the syllabus. हमने syllabus समझ लिया exam का. We have understood the format of exam. We have understood the pattern of the exam. This was very important. ठीक है? अब now let's plan for 2027. Now here in this session, what are we going to plan? We are going to understand the book list. सबसे पहले हम book list समझेंगे. Because you have to start from somewhere, right? After book list, we'll understand the timetable. Book list के बाद हम timetable, what kind of timetable, or timetable basically means in how many months your prelims preparation should be done and in how many months the mains preparation should be completed. ठीक है? So we are going to divide this into 2 parts, book list and timetable. When we talk about book list, so here you have to first understand there are 2 sets of books that one must follow. तो यहाँ पर ना अगर आप चाहो वैसे तो you are getting this video, but if you want you can also make this book list alongside me. Okay, so first we are going to write book list, and in the book list we are going to create 2 different categories. First category would be the NCERTs and second category would be the standard books. And इसके अलावा apart from this you don't need anything else, trust me on it. आपको और किसी भी चीज की जरूरत नहीं है. So all these fear and everything that is being created in the market for all of you, na, it is just to create anxiety so that you end up purchasing their books, their notes. वो नहीं करना है आपको. You have to walk on a very simple path. Simple ही is the only goal in life. Please make sure that you do not run after showbazi. Okay? So NCERT से शुरू करते हैं. Now here there is a myth कि what NCERTs to cover, class 6 से शुरू करें, 9 से शुरू करें. I'm going to break that myth. Subject wise we'll go. When it comes to polity, the subject in UPSC, basic, you require class 11th to 12th NCERT of Pol Science. Pol Science NCERT है. You can get it on NCERT's website for free. Okay, और आप सेकेंड हैंड NCERT खरीद सकते हो सेकेंड हैंड बुक से, बुक शॉपकीपर से, राइट? तो क्लास 11th-12th NCERT इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड अमंग दिस क्लास 11th की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एट वर्क, दिस NCERT रिवाइज इट एटलीस्ट ट्वाइस प्लीज. इसको कम से कम 2 बार रिवाइज करना. क्वेश्चंस एवरी ईयर 4 मार्कर्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस बुक अलोन. 4 नंबर कहीं नहीं जा रहे अगर इसको 2 बार रिवाइज कर लिया. ओके, Then let's go to geography. For geography, class 11 to 12th again. No need to start even from class 9 because everything is covered again in class 11th NCERT. Okay. Just ye do NCERTs, total 4 NCERTs are there from class 11 to 12th, just that. Then when it comes to history, again, I would recommend Tamil Nadu class 11th and class 12th books. Those are written in such simple languages कि याद करने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. It is written in a story format. So there is no need to even rote learn or memorize anything. Through stories, you'll be able to remember everything. I would personally recommend that. Okay. Or if you are going through NCERTs, you don't get the Tamil Nadu State Board books. In NCERT, again, class 11 से class 12 NCERTs are enough. काफी हैं. Okay. Then when it comes to next हो जाएगा आपका economy. For economy, I would recommend class 12th NCERT, not 11th. 11th is basic. वो आपको मतलब 12th में सब समझ आ जाएगा. Class 12th macro NCERT, and in the macro NCERT, if you do not have economy as optional, then do not start learning the formulas. Formula learn करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. Just समझो, just understand the concept. We have polity, geography, history, economy हमारा हो गया. When it comes to science and tech and environment ecology, तो environment ecology के लिए ना biology की NCERT है. ठीक है. Biology class 11th NCERT, the chapters on environment related chapters, biosphere related chapters आप उनको पढ़ सकते हो. ठीक है. फिजिक्स की NCERT में भी आप देखोगे क्लास 11th की लास्ट 4 जो चैप्टर्स हैं, those are important, but is for environment and science and tech NCERT पे तो डिपेंडेंट होने की जरूरत है. इट इज प्योरली करंट अफेयर बेस्ड सब्जेक्ट. तो इसलिए आप NCERTs के लिए यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन दीज NCERTs. दीज आर मस्ट टू हैव. ये तो होनी ही चाहिए. And you have to make sure that when you are studying NCERTs, you are also following the same format that I told you, practicing prelims and mains previous year questions based on the topic or chapter that you have studied. Okay. Now let's go to standard books. These are the list that I'm going to give, in this particular session. You must have these books with you. ये तो लेनी ही लेनी. Either you can order them from Amazon or you can physically purchase them. But these are must to have books. For polity, जब हम polity की बात करते हैं, N. Lakshmikant, the latest 8th edition is important. ठीक है. 8th edition is important. When it comes to geography की जब बात आती है, here you must have G.C. Leong, latest edition of G.C. Leong book. Then when it comes to history, तो there is Spectrum publication की book है, राजीव अहीर सर की Spectrum publication, modern history. You must have that book for modern history. Ancient and medieval के NCERTs are enough. When it comes to economy, either संजीव वर्मा सर की बुक आप ले सकते हो और रमेश सिंह. Personally, I would suggest you can go for संजीव वर्मा सर's book because language बहुत ही ज़्यादा easy to understand है. ठीक है. Then पॉलिटी हो गया, ज्योग्राफी हो गया, हिस्ट्री हो गया, इकोनॉमी हो गया अपना. ठीक है. मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स हो गए यहाँ पर. अब बात आती है एनवायरनमेंट एंड साइंस एंड टेक की. फॉर दीज 2 सब्जेक्ट्स आई पर्सनली रेकमेंड सुपर कलाम्स notes on the learn section. If you download, install Super Kalam's app, you will find the learn section on the app. And there, the entire subject is covered, keeping into account current affairs also. All the subjects are covered, but environment and science and tech के लिए तो मैं वहाँ बोलूँगी नहीं कहीं जाने के लिए. सिर्फ यही नोट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, रेलेवेंट है. उसके अलावा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट कीप अ टैब ऑन करंट अफेयर्स. सो दीज आर द स्टैंडर्ड बुक्स दैट यू मस्ट हैव विद यू. ये तो आपके पास किताबें होनी ही होनी चाहिए. एंड फॉर CSAT प्रैक्टिस इन प्रीलिम्स, CSAT की जब प्रैक्टिस की बात आती है, फॉर दैट आई वुड रिकमेंड या तो आप RS अग्रवाल की बुक से प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो मैथ्स के क्वेश्चन एंड रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन, एंड कॉम्प्लीमेंट इट विद योर previous year questions. Now here on Super Kalam, as you can see, when you go to Super Kalam, you go to the learn section. नीचे down में देखोगे आप, ये the second option is learn section. All the subjects, whether it is art and culture, modern history, I told you about world history, environment, ecology, all these sections, all these subjects are covered in notes format. After every class note, you will have one practice sheet. ताकि so that you can practice whatever you have covered ऊपर. जैसे 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 chapters. After completing 5 units, you practice the questions on these 5 units from the perspective of प्रिलिम्स, देन यू कैन जंप टू नेक्स्ट। ठीक है, ऐसे ही आप जाओगे नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में, बायोटिक इंटरेक्शंस में, थ्रू दी हेल्प ऑफ डायग्राम्स, माइंड मैप्स, वी हैव कवर्ड, दीज आर नोट्स फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, फाइनल नोट्स फॉर प्रिलिम्स एंड मेंस। ये नोट्स आप अगर आपने कवर कर लिए, ट्रस्ट मी, फिर आपको कहीं और कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है। ठीक है, एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू टू कवर एनसीईआरटीज, वी हैव एनसीईआरटी बेस्ड एमसीक्यूज ऑल्सो सब्जेक्ट वाइज, right? So after completing every topic, every subject, you can practice MCQs on from those NCERTs on Super Kalam. That is the benefit of having an ecosystem जहाँ पर आप anxiety, जहाँ पर आप pressure feel नहीं करो. Now let's understand your timetable. We have understood the book list, syllabus, format, pattern, everything. Now let's go how to on how to manage your time. Be it if you're a college student or if you are preparing for UPSC with your job, this timetable is going to fit everyone. It is going to suit everyone. We all know that there are 13 lakh plus aspirants who start their preparation, but direction की कमी होती है. Direction आता कहाँ से? जब आपको resource पता है, syllabus पता है, जब आपको पता है आपके सामने this is the timetable I need to follow. This is the strategy that I need to follow, and I'm going to give you the same thing, right? So here, this timetable is suited for everyone, be it a college student or a working professional. And I have divided the timetable week wise. देखो मेरा ना एक ही perspective है, मेरा एक ही मानना है, and that is that you need to have a structured timetable. तो आपके पास 1-1.5 साल होता है तैयारी करने का. Let's say you have 1.5 years to prepare. Do not divide the time in terms of months. नहीं, मत करो ऐसा, because even a month has 30 days and it is a lot. We also have to structure these 30 days. So what we are going to do is we are going to divide our preparation into weeks. हम weeks में divide करेंगे. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, ऐसे आप ना एक week का calendar बना लो. 5, 6, 7, 8, इस तरीके से you just create a weekly calendar. And once 1 week is completed without any fail, cross it. फिर ऐसे cross करते जाओ. Keep it in front of you. This is going to give confidence to your brain, right? Here also, if you see, week 1, Sunday ko we'll keep it only for practice and revision. Monday to Saturday, what are we going to do? Initially, you need to first understand what UPSC demands. कैसे समझोगे? Previous year questions को देखकर. Then syllabus, go through the syllabus of UPSC. Do not finalize the optional in week 1. No, don't do that. I will help you understand how to finalize the optional, but पहले week में नहीं करना. Go through UPSC's list of optional which is given by UPSC and see which optional do you resonate with. It might happen that you must have studied that subject in your graduation, or you have a natural inclination towards that subject. For example, I am from a commerce background, but I had a natural inclination towards public administration, right? So you have to shortlist 2-3 options after exploring previous year questions of the optional paper. आपको एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिल जाती है. You don't have to complete the syllabus of every optional to understand which optional you want to select. No, you get the understanding by going through the syllabus and previous year questions of that optional subject. And start with daily reading of newspaper. How to read the newspaper, how to make notes. There are subsequent videos which I'm going to provide you on Super Kalam's ecosystem. Once you join this ecosystem of UPSC 2027, in the description box the link is given. Then only you'll get subsequent videos on how to understand, how to make notes, how to study a particular subject, etc. But make sure that you start reading the newspaper yourself as well. Focus on reading and understanding what is in news, why it is happening, instead of memorizing it. And connect it to journal studies, your GS sub syllabus. Okay, so week 1 will be invested in understanding. And Sunday को ना journal बना लो एक छोटा सा. Just take a small diary and start journaling also. What you understood from the syllabus, what you understood about the exam. Because clarity ultimately beats fear. जिस चीज की clarity नहीं होती ना, उसी चीज में डर लगता है. चाहे वो relationship हो, चाहे वो career हो. जहाँ clarity है, वहाँ डर की जगह नहीं होती है. ठीक है? Now let's go to week 2. Now in week 2, we will start with polity because it is one of the most heavy subject and it is weightage wise UPSC's favorite. Weightage wise भी UPSC का favorite है. कैसे? मैं अभी दिखाती हूँ आपको. ठीक है, हम गए prelims PYQs में. I'll show you. Trends में गए हम. Trends में आप देखो 2025 maximum questions were asked from top 3 subjects: economy, environment and polity. 2024 highest questions were asked from Indian polity. 2023 highest question में top 3 की list में Indian polity है. This is why Indian polity is important. Okay, so we are starting with polity. M. Lakshmikant book you will pick up, or if you have the Super Kalam's app, You are a part of Super Kalam. In the learn section, chapter 1 to 7 you have to cover. Okay, and with the chapters, if the same chapter is lying in your NCERT, cover from that also. Supplement your M. Lakshmikant book with your NCERT. Okay, आप जब पॉलिटी का अप्रोच समझ जाओगे ना, आपका 15 से 18% सिलेबस कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू इन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द वीडियो, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू after completing each and every chapter, practice previous year questions from both pre and mains perspective, so that you understand कि आपको कितना समझ आया, how much you have understood. Okay, moving ahead. Again, polity chapter 8 to 12, week 3, environment ecology, we have to start with NCERTs. Then you will get this timetable, don't worry. Week 4, chapter 13 to 17 polity, environment में आपको NCERT का एक unit ecology का cover करना है. And that is covered in Super Kalam's learn section. Okay, then एक यूनिट में 5 चैप्टर्स हमारे होते हैं. ठीक है, अब यहाँ देखोगे आप वीक 5 पे आ जाते हैं, चैप्टर 18 to 22, एंड यू हैव टू कीप एनवायरमेंट इकोलॉजी इन वीक 5. एंड व्हाट यू हैव टू डू ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस, दैट इज ऑल्सो गिवन. अगेन वीक 6 पे आएगा इन्वायरमेंट इकोलॉजी, वीक 7 में पॉलिटी इन्वायरमेंट. अब वीक 8 में आपको एक महीना जो आपने पिछले 2 महीने आपने जो कवर किए हैं उसके अंदर करंट अफेयर्स आपको इकट्ठे रिवीजन करने हैं. वैसे तो डेली विल बी रीडिंग द न्यूज़पेपर, बट व्हाट वर द इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम्स, एक्ट्स और पॉलिसीज इन न्यूज इन द लास्ट 8 वीक्स, रिवाइज दैट. ओके, आगे बढ़ते हैं. जब आप जाओगे, बाय द टाइम यू विल बी ऑन वीक 11, यू विल बी इन अ पोजीशन टू कवर इंटायर पॉलिटी एंड एनवायरमेंट इकोलॉजी, यानी कि आप 30 to 35% सिलेबस कवर कर चुके हो. ठीक है, बाय द एंड ऑफ 11 वीक्स योर इंटायर पॉलिटी एंड एनवायरमेंट विल बी फिनिश्ड. देन वी विल स्टार्ट विद एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री एंड इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, एवरी वीक मस्ट हैव 2 सब्जेक्ट्स. हर हफ्ते में 2 सब्जेक्ट. एंड हाउ मच टाइम यू नीड टू अलॉट, देखो यू आर स्टार्टिंग योर प्रिपरेशन, तो एवरी डे इफ यू आर अलॉटिंग 4 to 5 आवर्स, दैट इज ऑल्सो इनफ. 4 घंटे भी दे पा रहे हो ना, काफी है. इवन इफ यू आर अ कॉलेज एस्पिरेंट, कॉलेज में जाते हो, यू कम बैक एंड आफ्टर 5 PM, 4 बजे तक कॉलेज ओवर हो जाता है. आफ्टर 5 PM यू कैन डिवोट इन इंस्टॉलमेंट्स 4 hours every day. If you're a working professional, 3.5 hours every day you can easily टेक आउट. मॉर्निंग में कुछ घंटे और रात को कुछ घंटे, 3.5 घंटे ऐसे निकल जाते हैं, राइट. एंड ऑन वीकेंड्स यू कैन इंक्रीज इट टू 5 to 6 hours, नॉट मोर देन दैट. Okay, you will get the timetable, don't worry, but this is how you have to strategically week wise cover your syllabus. इस तरीके से week wise syllabus cover करना है आप. All right, now we are going to start with optional. अब optional कैसे determine करना है? This is the headache, right? When it comes to optional, so this is the list of optional subjects that UPSC gives us. First is we have agriculture, then we have animal husbandry and veterinary science, anthropology, botany, then we have chemistry, civil engineering, commerce and accountancy, economics, electrical engineering, geography, geology, history, law, management, maths, mechanical engineering, medical science, philosophy, physics, pol science and IR, psychology, public administration. This was my optional. Sociology, stats, zoology and literature of any of the one of the following languages. So languages is also given. Literature, us language ka literature. Now, let us first, highlight what are the subjects which clash with our GS. If you see over here, we have economics that clashes with prelims and main syllabus, GS. Geography हो गया, history हो गया यहाँ पर, ठीक है. उसके बाद हम और नीचे जाएं तो these are the subjects, right? Pol science and IR, yes. Public administration to GS paper 2, somewhat, yes. ठीक है. तो these are the subjects which directly they clash with our GS subjects, right? यानी कि आपके 5 सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जो डायरेक्टली जीएस से क्लैश करते हैं. ठीक है, अब you have 2 options. Either you can pick any one subject out of the 5 which are clashing with GS, or if you have another interest, for example your engineering background, civil engineering you want to go with, chemistry you want to go with, that is your choice. इसमें से आपका choice है, but वो choice करना कैसे है? Once you go through the list, you have to write optional 1, optional 2, optional 3. 3 options, just write down. Optional 1, the selection should be, you have to select only one subject, right? Optional, the one top selection that you must have, it should be clashing with GS. ठीक है, plus you should have a graduation background in it, or you should have interest in it. ठीक है, second optional आपका सिर्फ graduation background है उसमें, ठीक है, या आपका interest भी है. And third, only graduation background. Okay, Then go through the previous year questions of these subjects. They are available on UPSC's website. The last year's previous year questions आप उठा सकते हो and go through the question and also go through the syllabus of these subjects. You will have a nice understanding कि मुझे पढ़ना क्या होगा इसमें आखिर, ठीक है? What I have to study in these subjects. You will see after going through the PYQs and syllabus, you will remove the third option, the subject which was only there in your graduation, you have no interest in it or it is not linked to GS, तो वो आपका eliminate हो जाएगा. Ultimately, you will see out of these two, one of these two options will also get eliminated. You will be left with only one. But always remember, whichever optional you choose, your interest should be in there. Okay? That is why I told you first week, just go through the different optional and the previous year question and the syllabus. Do not finalize any optional in the first week of your preparation. 2 हफ्ते लो, 3 हफ्ते लो, but आराम से पहले समझो. Right? Optional subject की demand क्या है? Through the PYQs, through the syllabus. And don't think, oh, this particular topper said he selected this optional, I'll also go with that one. No. I told you in the very starting of this session that we are unique individuals. What we understand really nicely, somebody else must not be having interest in it. Right? उसको नहीं समझ आएगा जो हमें समझ आ पाएगा easily. So, according to your own unique abilities and skills, you have to finalize one optional, stay with that subject for 1 week, study that subject, go through that subject, and only then opt that your optional. Because your optional is a rank maker or rank breaker. ठीक है, ये हो गई बात ऑप्शनल की. अब जाते हैं नेक्स्ट, आंसर राइटिंग. दिस इज अनदर डाउट. वैसे तो आई विल बी क्रिएटिंग अ डेडिकेटेड वीडियो ऑन इट, हाउ टू डू आंसर राइटिंग, बट हाउ टू स्टार्ट कैसे करना है उसको समझ लेते हैं. एज आई टोल्ड यू इन द वेरी स्टार्ट ऑफ दिस सेशन, whatever chapter you study today, for example, you studied the chapter on inflation, okay? Then after you studied the chapter inflation, you go through the previous year question. किसका? मेंस का. I told you on Super Kalam you can find any previous year question on any subject, any topic of any year, है ना? तो मेंस के PYQ में गए, see what kind of question has been asked, read the language of the question and try to, after reading the language, you have studied the chapter on inflation, language समझने के बाद try to attempt, and even if you are just writing 2 paragraphs, it is enough. At least you are able to start. Get it evaluated by Super Kalam. See what were the mistakes. कहाँ आपने समझने में गलती करी. Super Kalam तो सब आपको समझाएगा. But start from this format. Whatever chapter or whatever topic you read today or study today, take 1 day, 2 days in completing that chapter. Then after, once the understanding is built, solve one previous year question on it. एक PYQ solve करके देखो. That's how you move ahead. ऐसे आपकी pre and mains की तैयारी will go simultaneously hand in hand. I will create a dedicated video on how to do answer writing. There are different format of answer writing. You know that. We have different kind of questions. Discuss पूछ लेते हैं, comment पूछ लेते हैं, compare and contrast पूछ लेते हैं, right? तो how to answer, explain पूछ लेते हैं, how to answer these kind of questions. We'll create a separate video for that. Once you are a part of this Super Kalam's UPSC 2027 ecosystem, I'll solve all your doubts. But where to start from? You have to start from here. यहाँ से तो आपको शुरू करना ही करना है. I hope that finally majority of your doubts are solved. Delhi आने का जो डर होता है ना कि should we enroll in a coaching, should we go to Delhi, should we go here, go there, download that book, download that material. This is just the anxiety and FOMO which is talking through you just because you don't have clarity. Clarity beats fear. Clarity beats fear. Clarity beats fear. Please remember this. जहाँ आपको चीज़ों की clarity नहीं होगी, डर वहीं attack करेगा. And here at Super Kalam, our job is to remove confusion from your journey and bring clarity. ताकि आप डरो नहीं और आपके डर का कोई गलत फायदा ना उठा सके. Okay? Do join the Super Kalam's ecosystem so that in every step of a UPSC preparation journey, आप confidently खड़े रहो. You should be confident enough to face any hurdle because clarity beats fear. Always remember.